So let's scroll up to add a label so that we can use that label as our status bar. So we're going to create a JLabel status bar equals to new JLabel. By default, I want to display the text ready. So instantiate an instance of JLabel class. So this will be used as the status bar. This is the menu bar. So I'm adding some comments. Once the label has been instantiated, let's scroll down in the constructor of the class. And right after creating all the menus, before we set the properties of the form element or the frame, let's call this label that we have created up here, the label status bar dot set border. So we're now going to add a border to a label because label by definition is without border. So what Java has done, it has created a border factory. This is where we're going to be grabbing create an etched border. Then we will add the status bar to the south of the frame. We'll add it to the south of the frame. So now when you run your application, notice the ready appears right here, which is a label at the bottom. Okay? Got it? Everybody is able to see it? Now let's create another menu called the view menu. And the reason of creating this menu is because now I want to introduce to you how you can create menu items that can be checked and unchecked. So let's create a menu. So I'm scrolling back up to the top here where I have all my menus created. So I'll add a J menu called view menu equals to new J menu called view. Okay, so now we will going to declare view menu checkbox menu item. J checkbox menu item status bar menu item equals to new J checkbox.
Misspelled menu.
Oops, thank you very much. Menu item show status bar. It's uppercase B for box. Show checkbox menu item with the text show status bar. We're only going to have one element here for the purpose of simplicity, because once you learn to do one, you can do a million of them. Next, we will scroll down to add to the menu bar dot add view menu. Now sequence is very important. If you add view menu before file menu, it will appear before file menu. If you add it after, it will appear after. So right now it is appearing after. Okay. We still need to add some more features to view menu, so we're not done yet. I just wanted to show you that the sequence is important. Now let's fix the items in the view menu. So let me scroll right after the file menu items are done, adding menu items to view menu. So we have added status bar menu item to view menu. So now when you run this application, view actually has a show status bar, which has a checkbox to its left, which can be checked or unchecked. We still have to add the action capabilities. Okay, once we have set things up, now let's start adding actions to them. So where I have my inner class closing for exit menu item is where this is where I'm going to start building my view menu. So this was all about file menu. So view menu dot set mnemonic to key event dot vk underscore v, v for view. Then I have the status bar menu item. Status bar menu item dot set mnemonic to key event dot vk underscore s. So we are adding a mnemonic to status bar menu item. If you want the checkbox to be checked by default, you can say that I want the status bar set selected to true. Let me add the event handling. So status bar menu item dot add item listener. So just like in the previous case we had to add new action listener, in this case we're going to add new item listener. Make sure you organize your imports. Then if you bring your mouse over the item listener, you can add all the unimplemented methods. It's going to write it for you, which is the item state changed. Instead of arg0, I'll just change the name to E. Easier. Now I'm going to check to see if the item that I'm looking for is checked or unchecked. So if E dot get state change equals to item event dot selected, means if it is checked. If it is checked or selected, then do this. Otherwise, do that. Status bar dot set visible to true. Otherwise, status bar dot visible to false. So what we want to do is, using this option, we want to be able to view the visibility of the status bar. So we should be able to make it visible or hide it. So now when I run this, if I go under View, Show Status Bar is checked, Ready is visible. If I uncheck it, the Ready is invisible. Check it, Ready is back. Uncheck it, Ready is invisible. So with the help of this particular action, we were able to hide or bring back a component on the canvas. That's something that you can see in applications where you can hide components and bring them back.